Saxthorpe Farms, and I'm going to start off with some cow work because it's been a while since I've shown any of that on here, I think. So this is how we feed the dairy cows mostly on here. The beef cattle mostly graze, although they have grazed away all of the grass. So at the moment they've just got silage because it's just about keeping them alive until next game day when we want to feed them up, ready for selling, for them going off to a happy place. So the way that I make TMR on here is it varies actually. It's usually some sort of mixture, and the reason it varies, it depends on what I've got. I've got a lot of maize silage coming, so we will switch to a more maize silage heavy variant soon. This is 70% fermented. So yeah, it's usually a mixture of the even more maize silage coming. It's usually a mixture of maize silage, grass silage, and then maybe some either hay, straw, or whole crop silage at the moment. And that does the job, you know? So that's what I tend to feed them. I haven't added it in yet, but I am thinking about adding in the automatic milk selling mod, so that will make my life a little bit easier. And in the last video where I set up the modular greenhouse, I was talking a lot about automation of that, and you guys don't think that's too cheaty, so we're going to crack on with that in the future. I had forgotten and then remembered that part of the modular greenhouse mod has a groundwater pump, so you put a little bit of diesel in that or electric charge and it pumps a whole load of water, and that will distribute that then to the greenhouse. I'm going to use that for the water. Fertilizer we'll get from the homebrew, and seed and substrate I'll either do manually or we might put in the I think it's the Grain Quid Pro by Missy B. I'm not sure yet. We'll have a look. So I might just do those manually. I haven't decided yet. I might just increase the capacity of the productions. Either way, and I am very tempted still, once we've got more cash, to mirror that setup. So get rid of the building, put the two opposite ones in, so we've got 4 of those, and then put another shed in. But we'll see how it's going. We'll see how it's going. I'm in a hotel tonight. That's why, well, that's not why I sound out of breath. I feel a bit out of breath. I've been kind of just rushing around while the draft of this video was rendering, tidying the room up a bit, getting the spare laptop set up to render this video. Although I might not actually, I was thinking about doing something else while the video is rendering. I might not, because fatigue is catching up, because it's later than I thought. The day has kind of got away from me. Yeah. I got here relatively early. It's been quite a stressful day at work today. And then I drove to where I am for work. And yeah, I got here relatively early. Well, sort of, yeah, late afternoon. And been messing about on the laptop a bit, playing a bit of Timberborn. That ate way more time than I thought. Then dashed out and got some food, and yeah, it's a bit later than I was thinking. I was going to record a video on the homebrew that we've got on here because that's such a cool mod that I want to do a bit of a deep dive on that. And then I realized actually I've got this video that I need to finish, and I don't have a video uploaded for tomorrow. So I had recorded this video yesterday and have just literally edited the footage into the draft that I talked to, and then while that was rendering on the laptop, I set up my old laptop, which is what I used to do the full video render, so I can then have my laptop to use, copying the footage between the two laptops and tidying the room up a bit, because I kind of came in and dumped a load of stuff out of my bags. Yeah. Oh. Anywho, let's give the cows some straw. And we have a few things to ramble about today. I have a few things to ramble about today. They're all related to my headaches. So in videos this week, I think I spoke about the fact that I got to the point where I was very low on my medication, and I have had to reduce the dosage. And late last week, I tried to get in touch with my doctor to get some more of my medication, and they really helpfully sorted it out on Friday. But no one contacted me to tell me that it was available and waiting for me to pick up at the local pharmacy. So I've come away on my trip with enough tablets to take a minimal dose to get me to when I go home tomorrow. And then when I get home tomorrow, I can go back onto the proper dose. But after about 3 days of a pretty low dose, driving to work this morning, I started getting the funny vision thing again. And that was before my day at work kind of went to that brown sticky stuff that hits the fan. So yeah, tomorrow's going to be a long old day. Tomorrow's going to be a long old day as well. So we'll see how we get on. And then I get to go home on Thursday, which will be nice. So there's that. The next job, we've got 2 more jobs to do today. We're going to get the canola combined, and we're going to do a bit of course play with a bit of double combine action. And then we are going to get the grass cut for silage or hay. I think it's silage. Yeah, for silage, but we're not going to do the rest of the process. We're just going to get it cut, leave it overnight. And then we'll get it baled and wrapped in the morning. In the next video. So, I've just realised, just looking at the time, I realised I've got nearly 30 minutes to ramble to you guys tonight. So this is going to be a sticky one. Well, it's not going to be a sticky one. It's going to mean that I'm finishing this later than I had hoped. So we're not going to be doing any more content creation tonight. I don't think. We'll see. I would kind of like to get another video done tonight. I would like to get that homebrew video done tonight so that I'm a little bit ahead. But we'll see. I'm not going to pressure myself. The other thing with the headaches, I had a message today from the consultant. So I'm just opening up room here to get courseplay set up, by the way. I was due to be seeing my headache specialist on Saturday. I am now not, because they've cancelled my appointment, and I need to rebook it for some point in the future. And they only do Saturday appointments, and this Saturday was really convenient for me because it was a weekend in my training schedule where I wasn't running very much. So that's a little bit annoying. And this is, yeah. So I also found out today that the teenager needs me to do a run up to where she's at university in a couple of weeks to help her bring all her stuff home, which is not a massive problem, but I need to do it on a Saturday, and Saturday's a long run day for me. So I know I'm a parent, I just need to do stuff, but I also have my brain the way it is, and so I've got a couple of weeks to work it out in my head. But yeah, actually it's maybe not too bad, because it will be bad because it's supposed to be like a 5-hour run on that Saturday, and I now can't do that. So well, I'll work it out. So I've made the field margin a little bit bigger, so hopefully we won't leave too much on the edges of the field. That's what I'm experimenting with that a little bit on both saves that I'm pushing at the moment. So if you watched the Valley of the Old Farm video where I used courseplay to do the mowing, I did it the other way to bring it in a little bit to try and stop it hitting the fence. It didn't work completely, but it worked reasonably well. So yeah, trying to up my courseplay game just a smidge. But yeah, I thought this was a good way of getting more done in the day / video by doing the double combining. I couldn't decide between, I'm hoping you can't hear the air. The hotel room's got aircon. I'm hoping you can't hear that in the background. Trying to decide between whether I should do the silage cut or the combining. And hey, let's do both and we can make more progress. And then between videos I can sleep overnight and we can see how much money we're going to make through the night with all of the different income generating sources we have, particularly. And the milk sales one won't be very representative because I haven't sold the milk in ages, but yeah, if we've got all of those going on, we're going to start getting a nice steady income every single morning, which will be, or every hour almost, apart from the milk sales, which is going to be fun. Yeah. I did speak about wanting to get a new feeder tractor. So you will have seen the old Deutz that we used for doing the feeding. It's okay. It's just a bit slow, and it gets a little bit tedious sometimes, you know, with it shifting gears and stuff. I don't know if it will still be in sales by the time I get around to actually deciding / having the cash. There is a Valtra G series in the sales. I do like a little Valtra G series, so I'm moderately tempted, but equally I might just wait and pick something else up. I did want the little, it's not little compared to the one we would be replacing, the Deutz 6 series, because I've never had one of those in a save. So maybe we'll pick one of those up. It fits with the whole Deutz theme, and we could make use of it doing other jobs as well. So yeah, maybe I'll do that. I don't know. I'm really curious to see how having access to more cash changes this save. But we'll see. And I don't know why I'm talking so darn quickly, because I've got another 18 minutes to go. I should chill out. But I have, don't judge please, I have had 3 cans of Monster today. It's been one of them days. Actually, it's been a couple of days, so it's only Tuesday. The last 2 nights, this is a reoccurring theme as well, isn't it? The last 2 nights I've not slept brilliantly. I guess what would have been Sunday night, I'm not sure why I didn't sleep well. Last night, one of our dogs was a bit unsettled. Had to go out to the toilet a few times, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that kind of disturbed my night, and then having to get up and drive to work and having a stressful day at work. So, and then having another long drive to get to where I am now. And then, yeah, the days just got away from me. So, oh well. It's kind of, you know, evenings in hotels used to drag a lot, I found. I used to get quite bored. Doing content creation means that the evening could kind of fly by, which is a good thing, you know? I was messing around recording a Timberborn video, and suddenly went, oh, darn. And that wasn't what I actually thought, but let's say, oh, darn, I need to go get food. And the hotel I'm in doesn't really have he doesn't do room. I really like getting room service when I'm away. Hotel I'm in doesn't have room service as an option, I don't think. We'll get onto the hotel. Has pluses and minuses. So I had to drive somewhere to grab food. I went to the nearest place. It still took me half an hour to get food and bring back to eat. And yeah, then I just carried on doing stuff. The hotel has pluses and minuses. The big plus, and I've yet to test it properly, but I did a speed test. The hotel has wicked fast internet. So I'm looking forward to trying to upload this video when I finish, because it's about maybe 8 times faster than my internet at home on up, assuming it actually holds. So that's going to be kind of nuts. I might, depending on how tomorrow's day at work goes, I might try a little stream tomorrow evening. That'll be this evening for you if you're watching the video on the day of release. No promises, but I might. And the really good internet is the reason that I might choose to make this my preferred hotel. The downsides, now bear in mind, now this current week seems to be really expensive week for hotels, but this hotel has cost for 2 nights £340. There's no kettle in the room. To get hot water to make a cup of coffee, I have to go out in the corridor where there's a hot water point. Yeah, I really like baths. There is no bath, but the other hotel that I stay in doesn't have baths, so that's a neutral. The other hotel I stay in has a gym, which is a plus, although I don't very often use it because they run more than I gym these days. So yeah, and I've got access to reasonable running routes from here. So yeah, it's come up the list, but mainly because it seems to have really good, way better internet than the other hotel that I use. The other hotel that I use has okay internet, so if it actually holds, that it uploads really quick, and that I can maybe stream from here, that is a definite plus for me. So, because The other hotel, I definitely can't do anything like streaming. I know I can't join multiplayer games, for example, from there. So we'll see. We'll see. Again, no promises on the whole streaming thing. I'll see how I feel after work. The priority after work tomorrow is to go for a run, unless I wake up really early, and then I'm going to go for a run in the morning before work, because it's kind of my preference to run before work, but I don't want to. I'm just doing this. I'm trying to see if I've got 5G, and I'm going to do a quick 5G speed test as well. That doesn't appear to be 5G, I don't think, but we'll see, because that speed is redonkulous. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I can't believe it's only Tuesday, and I feel like it's been the longest week already. And I think next week's going to feel quite long as well, so actually that might be enough to stream from. So hey, we could maybe if not, I could maybe stream tethered to my phone. So there are options. I'm really enjoying streaming at the moment, actually. It's I think it's going to be a bit more complicated with... It's either going to be a bit more complicated or really easy with the teenager at home. It's either going to be really easy because I can go upstairs and stream, but I don't want to disturb Mrs. D when she's sleeping. But the teenager can look after the dogs for me. Or it's going to be really complicated because I'm going to be downstairs trying to stream and she's going to be up and down doing whatever she does. So, yeah, kind of bear with me with that. We'll see how we get on. So, field harvested somehow. I don't know how that happened. I wasn't paying attention. Did you spot how it happened? Actually, it was a pretty quick job in actual real time as well, because 2 12-meter combines gets through fields pretty quick. Probably something that I'm going to need to do is grab another corn header to run, so that, because I think the corn header we've got is quite small, so we might actually want to get 2 better sized corn headers, so that we can get those jobs done at a reasonable pace. I don't want a repeat of doing the silage field again. That was painful. And it took me 2 videos to silage it, and I did a lot of that off camera. So, yeah. Don't want to be doing jobs like that again as we grow. And as we grow, we need to make sure that we're growing our capability to keep up with it. You know, if we're going to have a farm that owns the whole map, we need to have enough kit to farm the whole map. And because otherwise it's just going to take so long to do every job, and I don't want that, because that's going to get tedious for me, and I'll get bored. So part of keeping this fun is going to be growing our fleet as we expand. We've got that big Fendt tractor that you haven't really seen for a while, because it's really our big field work tractor. That will be lumbering out of the shed soon to be doing field prep as we get more of the fields harvested. Yeah. And we might have to look at our seeding capability. So we'll see. Anyway, let's get this last 19-ish thousand litres dropped back at the farm. Some idiot left a trailer over part of the dump for the silo, so I've been having to back it in, which is not a big problem. Yeah, that idiot was me, but you know, because it was me, I just worked around it. You guys know what I'm like. There's a truck there. I could have just moved it, but it was quicker to do this. And there's now wrong with being a bit lazy sometimes with your setups and how you do stuff. So let's have a quick look in time-saving stock check. And we've got 98,000 litres of canola, which is going to be another £130,000, which is not bad, is it? Until you think about the fact that our greenhouse is going to make more than that every month. Let's ignore that, shall we? Yeah. I'm not going to go crazy on the poll because I did have some really good suggestions to do things like oil productions, so making canola oil and corn oil and sunflower oil. I don't think I'm going to do that now. I've got the greenhouse in. I don't, as I said last time, I don't want this to turn into pallet moving simulator. So yeah, we're going to grab the mowers now. We're going to go quickly drop this grass, get that down, and then next time we will get it turned into silage. I'm moderately tempted, because I haven't done any of it in a while, to grab a loading wagon, but that would mean running it up to the cow farm, but that wouldn't be a bad thing because that's where it needs to go. But we can't afford to buy one at the moment, so that might wait until next time. I might just bail and wrap this time, and we might do a loading wagon next time, just for a bit of variety. I used to like doing stuff with loading wagons, and haven't in a little while. So, yeah. Someone forgot to wash the mowers when they finished with them last time. I think that's when we were doing some of the contracts that I did. Clearly I just dumped them in the shed and ran. So, quick clean, and then we're going to get some mowing done. So what was I watching while I was doing this? In a shock, I was not watching Prison Break. I recorded this last night, so Monday night, after another day at work, and was a little bit brain dead again. So I was watching The Last Samurai. Don't judge me. One of my favourite films. I don't mind some Tom Cruise films. A film we shouldn't have been in, Reacher. I was going to say read. I've listened to a couple of the audiobooks. The description of Reacher is not Tom Cruise. The description of Reacher is it Alan Rich, the guy who plays Reacher in the series? Forgotten his name. That's what Reacher looks like, not Tom Cruise. But yeah, really like The Last Samurai. I have liked that film since I first watched it, however many years ago. Actually, out on DVD somewhere, but it's on one of the on-demand services that we have. So I've watched it on there. I watch it quite often because it's a film I really like, and it's something that was mentioned on my Discord actually yesterday. Yesterday. I think maybe it's a common trait for people with brains like us, because quite a lot of people that watch these are a bit like me. If you're not a bit like me, then just ignore that comment. People like me will quite often watch the same thing over and over again. Like the fact that I said I'm watching Prison Break a lot. I've already watched the whole thing, I think, bar the 5th series of Prison Break. I'm now remembering, I've watched most of season 4 of Prison Break now, and I'm remembering that I have already seen it. So, yeah. I find it quite comforting to rewatch things, and I enjoy it. I'm the same with YouTube. I really enjoy rewatching YouTube tech videos, mainly because people don't make enough of them of what I like to watch new ones all the time. So I quite enjoy rewatching them. Yeah, and the same with films. So, I did a bit of an experiment with. If you don't like Timberborn, don't switch off because it's maybe relevant to this. I did a bit of an experiment with one of my Timberborn series where I made a video of the entire series, which wouldn't work for Farm Sim because the series was much shorter. So it was a 9-hour video. I'm quite surprised how many people have actually even clicked on it to watch it, and it's getting reasonable view time, and it's something that some Farm Sim creators do. It's where I got the idea from. DJ does it, VF's been doing them, they call them supercuts, and I do keep, since I upgraded all of my storage, I have got all of the videos that I've made for quite a long time, and so I have been pondering, because I like to ponder, occasionally throwing out, going back. We're on episode 62 of this series, for example. editing it into like 10 episode chunks. And that's for, I know some people like to rewatch my content. I'm not judging, you know. I rewatch certain videos to fall asleep to, and I know some people fall asleep watching my videos. They are that boring, and my voice is quite monotone, you know. And those long videos are quite good for that. So I've been thinking about doing that, and yeah, that might be a good one for when I'm, you know, really too busy to make content, that I can queue up a bunch of those. The problem with them is, so this 9-hour video, it took, I think, 14 hours to render. It took about 12 hours to upload, and it took YouTube about 3 days to process it, maybe more. I wasn't in a particular rush to release it. I just, you know, yeah, it was pretty nuts. It was the time it took YouTube to process it was insane. Now it's a 9-hour 4K video, so yeah, it's also pretty huge. I need to actually remember to go delete it off my computer because I don't need it. I can always regenerate it, but yeah, it was pretty insane. But yeah, maybe it's something that I'll do when I'm, you know, if I'm busy or if I'm having a week off. I'll just edit a chunk of those up and just put them out through the week. And then if people just want something long to, you know, background noise when you're sleeping, that kind of thing, because I don't do the yay, woohoo, it's exciting. It's all quite chilled and calm, and hopefully that, you know, if you like background noise to fall asleep to, maybe that'd work. I don't know. Or if you just want to rewatch a whole series, you could do it watching a few videos rather than lots of videos. Yeah. The experiment of editing a 9-hour video was easy because it was just a case of I had I re-rendered it was a 9-episode series. I re-rendered the few videos that I didn't have of the complete videos, and then I just stuck the 9 rendered videos together into a single 9 and a bit hour long video, and then re-rendered that. And that process of how long everything took was kind of cool. And yeah. And yes, Timberborn videos are longer than Farm Sim videos because I make them in a completely different way, and I don't do this. I don't ramble. I just talk about what I'm doing in the game, and because that works. I don't think it'd work in Farm Sim, and that's why you don't get. And I make them differently. So, anywho, we're pretty much done with mowing the grass. I'm going to say thank you to the patrons and the YouTube channel members. There won't be an overlay because I'm away and I don't have that stuff on the laptop. I'd forgotten to copy it across. But thank you. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate the support. You make me happy. Thank you. If you enjoyed the video, click the like button because that makes me happy too. If you really enjoyed it, leave a comment below. That'll make me even happier. I'll probably reply to it as well, which might make you happy. Who knows? We could all be a bit happier. Being happy's good. You can tell I'm tired, can't you? Yeah, I'm talking about being happy. Anyway, thanks for watching, folks. Next time, we'll get this grass sorted. See ya.